What is up, my brothers and sisters? If there's one thing I can assure you I know I'm right about, that is the earthquakes, the noises, the booms. That's pretty much how I started, the reason why I started documenting my travels. I was always a believer in the supernatural and amongst other things in many categories across the board: UFOs, spirituality, ghosts, um, you name it. It's just, I've always searched for answers as a young child because of what was happening to me that I never fully understood until now. And now I'm here. So, a whole other story in itself is how I started hearing this stuff, how I started feeling it. There were a lot of signs that I don't believe a lot of people were seeing or hearing. It may very well have been happening at multiple people's houses, but as to whether they paid attention or brushed it off as nothing, I'm not sure. Because I really don't know anybody who's had the experiences I have had. So with that being said, it was like the lamp, the visions I've told you about, the other things that we've discovered, and this is one of them. And looking at the radar, I've watched it every day for some time. And it's like watching the stars or predicting weather. It just becomes noticeable. And here's an earthquake that happened today, I believe. And it says it's a 2.7. Yeah, on the 8th, right there in the middle. And its depth was 1.5 kilometers. That's more shallower than the ones they've been receiving these past couple of days, weeks, months. So it's starting to become shallow. That's right on the surface. 1.5 kilometers, couldn't tell you the math in it, but that's not very much. That would be like me telling you, go run 1 mile. Run 1 mile an hour. It's going to take you an hour to get 1 mile. That's pretty slow. So you can imagine, as far as depth, it's not that much. But it is exceptionally quiet across the world. For as many earthquakes as we've been saying daily, this is not normal to not see strong earthquakes. It's sad to say that, but this is what we're looking at here. Now, do you see these 3 earthquakes going up from Utah to Wyoming here? You see how all the energy in between is it almost matches the energy that is being displayed here as precipitation, but it's not. Look at the explosion right here in Washington. There's a bunch of energy. See how it just like spider webs out? Look at that. It looks like an explosion because it is an explosion. Okay. Some of these are tunnels. A lot of this is interference. This would probably also have physical health impacts on you. Okay. So if I can be sure about one thing, I can tell you this much. I've watched all this for some time. It's not the military, it's not 5G, it's not CERN, it's not none of that, okay? And the reason I can say that is because I've watched this energy grow in intensity, size. Just everybody's saying circles. The animals are walking in circles. It's not because of CERN, 5G, or anything like that. It would have to do with these energy fields right here, which is in the shape of circles. The East Coast has had much energy circles. It gets worse. They used to turn off at night. They don't turn off anymore. And from what I'm judging right here, there is a lot of energy now that you know this. Okay? I just showed you a circle. Let's see if there's one right here. I can guarantee you, for the most part, all of them display the same. Look at the circles. They're not even even. They don't have to be over the military bases. Nothing like that. Okay? I've watched them grow in power, size, and intensity. It's not the military. It's not none of that. It is a magnetic pull from an outside celestial body reacting to our planet as if it is towing and pulling it. So when it does, you're going to see the energy come to the surface because it's being pulled. Therefore, it's being brought in closer to the surface. This causes problems, and each and every time it's going to get worse, stronger, more intense. I'm surprised. It surprises me every time that crazy things aren't not happening. It surprises me that people are not seeing flashes of light come from the ground, lightning, and all this crazy stuff. I'm sure your phones are overheating. They're lagging. They're freezing up. The app gets stuck. This is happening on your PlayStations, your computers, your tablets, your phones. Leave a comment down below if you're experiencing any of this or if you have any helpful information to give the community. Thank you.